wow, you're trying to be physically fit, right? I wanted to be leaner, but mentally, I was really unhealthy. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Angie Method. I am so excited you're here. If it's your first time coming across one of my videos, welcome. I am here to share with you guys my love for food, for fitness, for mindset. I've owned and operated a health and fitness strength training gym for 10 years, online women's coaching business for 3 years, and if you're watching this video, you're probably similar to myself. You might be a mom, could be working full-time and a mom, probably have tried a lot of diets over and over again. Maybe you love fitness, maybe you're already pretty fit, but maybe you just feel like something's missing. Maybe you feel like I don't look as fit as I want to be, or I want to have finally an approach for nutrition and fitness and mindset that integrates into my lifestyle seamlessly, that doesn't feel restricted, that I'm excited about, and that I can be walking around in a body that lights me on fire physically and mentally. If so, if that's you, that was me too. Hence is why I started my business and why I'm doing this channel, to share with you a few tips and tricks that I've learned along the way to find a strategy or an approach that really does work for anyone. So you can pick up nuggets from this channel and hopefully apply them to what's going on in your own life right now and what your big picture of health might look like. So today, I'm going to talk to you about clean eating. I actually did a live on my Facebook page the other day on this, and I got a lot of great responses from some of my female clients, some people that I just know through the fitness community, other people that are kind of engaged in what I'm putting out there, and across the board, a lot of us have thought that you have to eat clean to get the result. But what does clean mean? Like, does that mean you have to eat all organic? Is it all single ingredient foods? Is it all vegetables, fruits, lean proteins? Like, what does clean actually mean? And why does eating clean actually equal result? Because for me, I had some struggles with eating clean. And I, at the time, realized I was a lot more mentally unfit when I thought I had to eat clean to get physically fit. So on today's episode, I want to talk about what does it mean to eat clean and how you can maybe reframe that in a way that's going to be powerful for you, where you get to be in the driver's seat and you get to decide what a unbelievable optimal nutrition plan would be for yourself. Maybe for some of you, it is all clean foods, whatever that means to you. Maybe for other people, it's more thinking about your food as sustenance and celebration, or how you like to enjoy your food with family and friends, or with energy and digestion, and whatever the components are that you're looking for. So let's break that down today. Hold on, I forgot something. Okay, this is why I thought of this topic. I was talking with one of our, female clients, and she was like, Ange, I haven't had a piece of bread in 10 years. And she was going all keto, and then she did the low carb thing. This is a not clean food.
This is a bad food.
Right? We've all had these mindsets. We've all had these filters. And she was saying this the other day, and then I was like, man, now I want burgers. And so I was making 96.4 lean ground beef burgers as one of my staple proteins for the week. And I told Paul, I'm like, hey, pick me up some of those Pepperidge Farm buns. They're only 150 calories, but they're a nice size. And they're super tender and soft. And I was like, wow, the old me would have never ate this on first off, on a weekday, right? This is a treat meal. This is a cheat that you have on the weekend on your cheat day. And I never would have had it on a weekday, and never would have had it in general, because this is a quote unquote bad, not clean food for me. I was brainwashed, okay? And it all started back in the beginning of when we owned the gym in 2010. We were introduced to the Whole 9, the Whole 30. And at the time, we didn't know that much about nutrition. I mean, I've learned a lot of my stuff because I've gone through all the courses. I've had a lot of coaching myself from other people that I highly respect in the industry. And at the time we were like, oh yeah, we knew these people, Melissa and I'm blanking on the guy's name. We knew them through the fitness industry, and we're like, yes, that makes sense, right? You eat no preservatives and you stay mostly paleo, all clean foods. You'll get inflammation off your body. You're gonna feel really amazing. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I was doing it to be less fat. right? Like at the time I was like 30, 40 pounds overweight, like from what I normally am coming out of college and like a few years out. And so I was gonna eat this way as a means to get leaner, to feel better in my body. Like I didn't really care about, oh, I'll have better energy and I'll be healthier. Now I do, because I understand what I want out of my food and out of my nutrition. At that time I didn't. And I remember thinking back to a particular moment and I was like, this is when I knew that this whole mindset we put around food, these labels that we put around it, like the good, the bad, the clean, the dirty, whatever, like if it doesn't make you mentally fit with your nutrition, probably not the best approach or way that you're labeling things, okay? So Paul starts this Whole30, like we license out the entire program for our clients and we're like all in on it. And I'm like, okay, I can do this. And I love having sweets. Like I love having dessert, right? And I enjoy drinks with my friends and my girlfriends and mimosas or whatever. And I was having my friends over for a fall dinner. Everything was gonna be fall themed. And I figured out like how to make the food mostly Whole30. That was no problem. I enjoy cooking. That's why I got into the health and fitness industry, because I enjoy eating and cooking. And so I'm making this fall themed dinner. And one of my girlfriends was like, I'll take care of dessert. I'm gonna bring like spiced rum pumpkin cake balls. It was something really delicious. And I love dessert, okay? And the whole time that she tells me this to the time of the event, I'm like,
you can't have that sweet, right? That is not clean. That does not fit on Whole30. If you want to get abs, if you want to lose this 30, 40 pounds of body fat, like you cannot have sugar.
Right, and I'm doing this mental gymnastics in my head, like,
no, you need more self-control. You need more discipline. Like you don't need sugar.
right? And I'm telling myself all these stories, and it caused me to be more agitated with my husband. And I am a really happy, bubbly person, and I was on edge with him. It's like everything he did annoyed me, right? Or with our clients, like I wasn't the normal, bubbly, happy self because I was fighting with my own self about not being able to have certain foods, right? Like the restricted type of diet mentality. And my girlfriend brings over these cake balls and I'm like, oh my God, they look so good. Like, I'm like, why can't I have one bite, right? Like, how is that really a problem? The real problem was the mindset I had around looking at that food as bad and looking at food as clean. So everybody leaves and I'm still fixated on it. And I'm like, this is why people overeat in binge, because they put all these boundaries and parameters around food they can and cannot have. And at a certain point, you're just gonna go crazy. You're gonna go all in, right? Because you either wait for the cheat day or you just keep putting it off till mentally and psychologically you're so exhausted and burnt out, you're just gonna be like, F it. Like, this is what I'm gonna have. So I'm in the pantry. So Paul, my husband at the time, could not see me because I didn't want him to see me as weak. I didn't want him to see me as a failure that couldn't just eat these clean foods. And I'm like in the pantry eating these cake balls, like stuffing my face with them and then like hiding the evidence so he can't see. And that was like my pivotal moment that I was like, wow, you're trying to be physically fit, right? I wanted to be leaner, but mentally I was really unhealthy. I was really weak to the point where like I had to hide that behavior and then I sabotaged myself. And that was like the moment I decided, I was like, this is not what I would define as healthy, right? Like even if I was in a more fit body, like I still wouldn't be healthy if I was living in this brain of a relationship with food. And so that's where I started to explore and I got more nutrition certifications and I found the whole macro counting thing and it just made sense to me. Like it made sense that you no longer had to look at food as clean or not clean, good or bad. It's just food. It all breaks down exactly the same in your body. It's just some food is more for sustenance, right? So that's more of your proteins and veggies and fruits and starchy carbs and good fats. And those are gonna be easier to digest. They're gonna make you feel good. You're gonna have better mental clarity. You're gonna have better fullness. And there's other foods, your higher calorie foods, that you still want to be able to enjoy, but you understand how you have a combination of the two of them to fit in your big picture goal of what you want for your health, physically and mentally. So what I'm here to tell you is like, if you've had these thoughts, if you've had these thought viruses, maybe you're over it now, maybe you're still having them, step one, define what the ultimate nutrition plan would look like for you. What would it be that you would eat? When would you eat? How would you think? How would you feel? How would you look, right? And go through it, like list out the attributes of that nutrition plan. Like for me, my nutrition plan is freedom. it's peace, it's enjoyment, it's energy, it's good digestion, it's so many things, and then I can build a plan around that. And then no longer do I have any negative emotion tied to my diet or my nutrition because I'm choosing and I'm in the driver's seat of what I want out of it, right? And so it's a beautiful thing when you start to figure out like what you actually want. A, with your goal, like with whatever you're looking for in your health, but B, how you can easily make a plan to get you there. And so I feel you, I get you, but like if you're walking around right now and you are trying to be a better version of yourself, but really like the mental side of it's not matching what the goal is, it's gonna be really hard to get that goal. So start first with building out that plan and then putting your mindset in a resourceful state, a really positive, excited type of mentality where you're like, I'm excited I get to figure out what foods I enjoy, in what amounts, and how to have celebratory foods and still be in a very vibrant, lean, sexy body or whatever it is. So step one, define it, figure it out. Then start listing out the foods that are your go-to foods. Which ones are more sustenance foods? The ones that are good for your digestion and your energy. Which ones do you eat on repeat? Which ones are you good at making? Those are your sustenance foods, right? And then figure out those other items that you're like, I would love to have pizza with the kids on Friday, and I want to have wine out with my husband on Saturday, or whatever it is. Those are your celebratory foods, right? And then you figure out step three, how to have them in certain amounts to actually hit the goal that you want. And that's it. And I'm gonna tell you, the freedom you will have, you will no longer have attachment to these labels we put on ourselves or to these, I have to 3-day cleanse or drink 2 shakes and eat this meal. It's like, no, you're in the driver's seat. You decide what you want and you build a plan around it. So today for lunch, because I have my burgers prepped, I will have my bun with my 6 ounces of my 96.4 lean ground beef. So I dropped the fat of the ground beef to save some calories but still enjoy a burger. And I'm gonna have it with a barbecue sauce that I really enjoy from Whole Foods. Try that one if you haven't. Delicious. Dill pickles, because why not? So I'm doing a barbecue pickle burger today. And then I'll have it with a side of green beans. And so yeah, I could have french fries or chips, but I enjoy vegetables and I enjoy also having bread and cookies. And so hopefully that all made sense. Hopefully it made you think about things a little bit different in terms of your nutrition and how it can make you both physically and mentally fit when you're in the driver's seat. So let me know below. Give me some comments. Like, what did you learn from this video? What do you want to see more of? Where do you feel like you're stuck? And I'm happy to address that in the next video. Oh, and don't forget, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. All right guys, chat soon.